You're Locked On Devils, your daily podcast on the New Jersey Devils. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi, this is Bryce Salvador, and you're Locked On Devils with Trey Matthews.
Scores! Oh, Stevens stepped up, nailed him. Brodor's got the puck. What a shot. The Devils win the state.
We got a lot of skill in our team, and if we work and, like you said, be patient, but if we put the work in, that skill is going to take over, and it's going to make the difference. But we got to be disciplined and also play simple games. And I thought, tonight for most of the time we didn't do a great job, but then Hughes get 2 points.
Speaking of skill, how do you get your emotions when you see what Luke did tonight on that rush?
I mean, you just smile. I saw it close up, so I saw how good it was, but unbelievable. And like I said, there's a lot of skill in this team. If we can play more discipline and within our structure, that skill is going to show a lot in the right times like it did today.
Does Dawson's goal kind of light the fire when you're thinking, okay, we got this now?
Well, huge goal. That's just kind of shows, what kind of player he is to come up at this big moment and score a goal like that. It's huge, and we have a lot of these guys, so we got to make sure we don't put ourselves in tough situations like we did. I think we could have done a better job earlier, but then when you put yourself in that spot, you got to be able to dig yourself out, and we did that tonight.
Timo, what type of mental skill do you need to have in the final 5 minutes like that, where the score just keeps changing, every minute and a half? Yeah,
I think you can't get too high and too low. You can stay in the moment, and if you have some time to get another one, tough bounce there. The goal they scored, and then we knew, for also guys that have that tough bounce, we got to get out there and make everything possible to get another goal.
You've been scoring a lot of goals the past few games. Is it safe to say that you're starting to find your groove once again ever since the injury?
Yeah, I think it's always nice when you can score, and it definitely gives you confidence. But I think everything else you got to do as well, and the goals are going to come. And if you play the right way, if you play for your team, be the best player you can for your team.
Thanks, Timo. He's always sitting down. That's all right. Luke, just your thoughts on those final 5 minutes there, and then we'll get to your goal.
I think Dawson had a big goal to tie it up, and and then we let one go in, and at that point, just you just think on the bench to what can you do to tie it up or help out. So it was a good win for our team, really resilient win, and a big 2 points.
What's going through your mind on that entire sequence there for yourself scoring?
I just came off the bench and got a little speed, came around, and when you have that much speed, I think it's easy to penetrate a bit. The 1-2-2, so kind of just opened up for me, and just tried to get the puck on that.
Was it in your mind to just go end to end all the way, or was it just kind of develop that way?
I don't know. I think I try to get the speed going, just and then see what happens. So make the right play.
Look, one of the things that Timo was saying that, you guys stayed patient as the score, was 2-1 for quite a while there, and then you let skill take over. What's allowed you guys to have that patience and then that skill to take over?
Yeah, I think first off we probably got to clean a couple things up, but the good thing is everyone in this room knows that, and like you said, I think we have a lot of skill on this team, and I think we trust our skill, when we play hard, and I think that was a really resilient win for our team to come back twice, and we got to learn to win games like that, so it was a good start.
2 games in a row now playing with Johnny. How do you sort of like that combination of the two of you, and how do you complement each other?
Yeah, I think, we really complement each other, find each other when we're open, try to jump by guys, jump up into play, be that 4th, 5th layer in the rush, and, I think we've been playing really well together. I think, he's a great player. He's a really enjoyable player to play with. So.
Does it feel like a game where your goaltender kept you in it?
Yeah, I think V played really good, and he's a big part of our team. So we need him to keep playing well, and he gave me a little scare when he was down there for a second. So I'm glad he's okay.
From a defensive standpoint, what do you guys need to work on in terms of clearing the puck, limiting the turnovers in the defensive end in order to play more efficiently?
Yeah, probably just limiting the turnovers a bit. make a play when the play's there, and when it's not, get it in behind them and get to work. So that's probably just one area we need to work on a bit. But like I said, it's a really resilient win for our team, and we just gotta keep it going and keep stacking games together.
Thanks,
Just last question. That was a really nice goal you had. I'm just curious to know, has your brother given you any pointers in terms of scoring or something like that?
No, I think, I don't know. I think, he gives me pointers, both of them do, and, I don't know. I think probably have some things I want to keep in the house, but, he's a great support system for me, both of them are, and my parents, and, it's good to get home for Christmas break, I'll say that.
Shouldn't have scoring that goal there towards the end of the period.
Yeah, obviously a big game, first one back after the break. We wanted to come out here, play at home, play good, and get a win. And we fought back, we fought hard, get a goal, get one against, get another one, and then finish it off. But I was due for one after missing that other chance.
What's it like trying to keep your emotions in check in those final 5 minutes when, as you said, it's going back and forth there?
Yeah, well, when it was 2-1, we needed a goal, so putting pressure on them, trying to get shots on net, put bodies there anyway to put one through them. And pretty much when it's a tie game, you just want to keep on playing your game, but don't give up any rush chances or anything. But obviously they're trying to do the same thing, win a hockey game. So they're fighting hard. They played a good, solid game, and but it's a great feeling for us to come out on top.
You've been racking up a lot of points the last few games. What's been clicking for you offensively?
Just keeping it simple, working hard. Good things happen when you go to the net, put pucks there. And, playing with Mikey and Timo, all of us just been talking, having that mindset of playing simple, putting pucks there, and, just being there to support each other. So I think we've done a great job of that here the last few games.
How important does this game become for you guys, just knowing, you went into the break on a win, but that's, a couple days ago now, to be able to replicate that?
Yeah, you can't complain. Whenever you get 2 points, it's a great thing. For us to push and get that extra one and then keep battling to get the second one, it's a big thing for us. All these ones matter come down the stretch, and we don't want to let any more of these slide.
Lindy kept you McLeod and Timo together a few games now. What's working for you guys?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier there, just plain simple. We all talked. We wanted to make sure that none of us are afraid to go in the corner, get the puck, play hard, go to the net front. So pretty much just reading off each other, and the biggest thing is supporting. When we have the puck, we just want to make sure we keep it, make plays, and we all know we're talented players that do that, and I think we've been showing it.
Sorry if this has been asked already, but the Luke goal was pretty ridiculous, obviously. I mean, what's kind of going through your mind when that's happening?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was looking at it after I just got back to the bench, so I seen the release. I didn't really check it out before I see it. Then I seen it was end. It's a pretty spectacular goal. Whenever you can maneuver your way through everyone and then take a shot like that, it's something special, and it's a big moment to do it. So it was a great goal by him.
Towards the end of the game, the way you guys are playing, what allows so much of the skill to really take over at that point?
Yeah, confidence is a big thing. Just when you're getting put out there, they're relying on you to make the right plays. Use your skill to your advantage, but also not too much. Make sure you be smart with it. So just making sure that you don't want to give them nothing and take what you can. But I think the confidence is a big thing in that. Just when you're out there in the last few minutes of the game, you want to make sure you're making the right plays.
What in your mind kind of sparked it and changed the momentum of this game?
Well, I think you look at the goal that tied the game for us with, Pally going hard in the corner and Nemec getting up ice for us, and the great shot by Mercer. I thought that kind of gave us that little bit of spark for the rest of the game, and then the rest of the game was kind of wild from there.
When you go back in many games that you've coached, when you see a young player, Luke, do what he did, I mean, anything come to mind when you saw that?
Well, it's out of my speed level, I can tell you that. Yeah, I think when you see that, you start thinking of some of the great skaters in the game, great skating defensemen. You think of Brian Leach, you think of Paul Coffey, you automatically start thinking of the guys that could get up ice, and he did that a couple times tonight where he really showed a burst. Incredible goal.
And finally, your 12th comeback win. Just is your hope now that you maybe can build off of this?
Well, I'm actually getting a little tired of the comeback stuff, but I thought we played a good first period. We didn't take advantage of some of the opportunities. Even the second period, 3-on-1, a puck right in front of the net that, I think tonight's game had a little bit of product of 3 days off. Some guys were sharp, some guys weren't sharp. Sometimes players will do extra during that break on their own. Some don't. I thought you could see that. We had some guys that weren't sharp. I thought some of our top guys weren't very sharp tonight. It affected our power play. It had effect on different parts of our game.
Lindy, what did you see from your team in those final 4.5 or so minutes in regulation in terms of keeping composure when, the score kind of shifts consistently there every couple minutes?
Well, again, I think we were in a little bit of shock all of a sudden when we tied it, and then, the play by our defenseman where he, just tried to pass it and missed the puck. I mean, it was a tough play that time of the game, especially after we just tied the game up. So we had to shake that off and get ready for, we were just getting prepared to go 6-on-5, and that was really going to be our next goal, was get the goalie out and give us a crack at it.
What type of toughness did your goalie show tonight, especially after that?
Yeah, he took a heck of a shot there, and he had a body go into him, he had a shot go into him. I thought he showed as much toughness as you could, and didn't want out of the game, wanted to stay in. So I was proud of the fact that he battled as hard as he possibly could and stayed in there.
It's 4 goals in 3 games for Timo now. Is it starting to look like the player that you guys acquired to begin with?
Yeah, and I think I mentioned that the type of injury he was coming off would take time. Came off that with no practice and a difficult situation, and found some chemistry with that line. I think he's skating a lot better. If you look at his overall game, the opportunities are coming. Game in, game out, and when you give him opportunities, he'll score. When there's no opportunities, it's hard. But now, he seems to be in on the 1 or 2 opportunities a game, and they're going to the back of net for him, and we need him to produce for us.
Lindy, can you just talk about the confidence you're showing in the 2 rookies, defensemen, putting them out in overtime and towards the end of the game?
Well, I think when you look at the offensive side of it, they're the guys that we have to. They're the next New Jersey Devil that is going to carry that offensive flag, and they're the guys that we need to be in on the offense in overtime. When they need to be in on the offense, that's really their role in this team, and that's what they are. And I know it's tough on a young player, but when asked, I think both kids have done a great job of getting involved and getting up ice.
What do you guys need to work on to cut down on the defensive end turnovers and clear the puck more efficiently?
Well, some of it is, getting back quicker. Communication is a big part when we're turning pucks over. Sometimes it's trusting where your teammate's going to be because you don't have a chance to look when you're going back as a defenseman. So it's making the right read usually. If you make a poor read, sometimes that can turn into a turnover.
The penalty kill hasn't allowed a power play goal the last few games. What's been different in the execution? My bad.
Knock on wood. I think we've had. We'll start with key saves. Even if you look at the other night, instead of the puck going in, it hit a post. Had a couple opportunities where they missed the net. I think our pressure's been better. Entries, denying entries. But I think the biggest difference is getting the puck 200 feet. It's been going down the ice, and we've had the opportunity, and we haven't turned pucks over that has allowed them to keep us in the zone for extended periods of time.
Last one from me. What needs to change on the power play?
I think it's running cold right now. I think it's time to probably change some personnel around. You always get a point to that. So we'll look at a couple different looks, practice tomorrow, and we'll try something a little different.
I want to tell you guys about FanDuel because I want you guys to make some extra money on the Devils. So as the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is super easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over and unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, the official partner of the NFL. Let me tell you guys about Game Time. So I love the Game Time app because last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals, easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area, views from all seats in the venue, lowest price guaranteed, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, etc. Views from the seats so that way you know what you're going to buy. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off your purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Damon, you know as well as anyone how skilled that team is. Just talk about the effort to hold them at bay for most of this game tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty solid for the most part. They're going to get their chances, which they did at times, but I felt like for the most part we did a really good job against them, and we had a couple good looks we scored on, and unfortunately we just couldn't hold them off a couple times there, but we had a couple shots at it, and even in overtime we had a couple shots at it to end it. So I don't think we can really be too upset with our game tonight. It's one of those games where we probably felt like we should deserve better.
Also, when Z goes down, you guys back there on the blue line had to pull a little bit tighter. Talk about that effort, just from your perspective on the blue line.
Yeah, it seems like we can't catch a break right now with injuries. It's just a tough bounce for him. So, yeah, we just had to pick up the slack. Obviously, going out of 5, you just try to keep your shifts a little bit shorter, play simpler hockey, and take the chances when they're there. But for the most part, I thought we did a really good job as a decor when he was in, and when he was out, it was a tough bounce. But yeah, you pick up the slack, you do what you can do, and do what you have to try to help the team win.
What was this night like for you?
It was fun. It was come back, walking in the building for the first time in the different dressing room, different doors, and I didn't know where a lot of stuff was. So, but it was cool. Very appreciative of my time here, and there was a lot of great fans that were, I think they gave me a little bit of a ovation for the most part. I didn't get booed, so that was a good sign. I enjoyed my time here. Fans were great. It's too bad that we didn't win more when I was here, but they got a really good squad now, and they'll be doing some damage here from now on.
It looked like you took a little time to soak in that video as well, and the way the fans welcomed you back.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, you just kind of want to say thank you, basically, is what it is. And they, the fans pay the admission to come watch us play, and I'm very appreciative of that. And they're very high demanding fans here, as they should be. They expect a lot, and as all fans should. But it was a great time being here again as a visitor. I'm happy where I'm at now, but you come back and see all the guys, get a chance to play against them, and see all the old faces. It's fun.